Hi, my name is Megan Vigil, and I'm a licensed esthetician and a makeup artist with Ageless Derma. Today we're going to be talking about how to minimize the appearance of pores using a natural makeup look. So the thing about having large pores is it generally indicates having more oily skin, so people don't want to hydrate. But when you have oily skin and you have that rationale, you're actually taking away moisture from the skin because the oil in your skin isn't providing hydration, it's just lubing up the skin so that it can do its natural functions, but it can still be dehydrated. So it's not about covering with a lot of makeup, it's about using the right makeup and definitely the right skincare. So right now I'm doing a serum because serums penetrate deeper, and this particular one has a hyaluronic acid. So it's gonna hold about 1,000 times its own weight in water, bringing the necessary hydration. And this one is also a instant wrinkle and pore tightener. So it's going to help to just give that appearance that it's making the pores look smaller. And it's silicone based, so it's gonna help to blur the look of the pores. Then I'm gonna move on to a moisturizer, because as a serum goes deeper into the skin, it's smaller on a molecular level. And a moisturizer is a little thicker, so it's gonna help to protect the skin from the environment, from free radicals, from the sun, if there's an SPF in it. So it's a little more topical. Serums go deeper and moisturizers are more topical. So just all over the face. Next, we're going to use a pore blurring primer. And what that does is, because usually they have silicone in them, and silicone helps to kind of smooth the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. So we can just put that everywhere, but there's definitely a focus on the pores. And I'm gonna take a wet sponge. The way that I wet my sponge isn't with water. I like to use beauty sprays, fix sprays, things like that, because what water does, when it dries, it evaporates and it takes the moisture with it. So you want to use beauty sprays to wet your beauty blender or your sponge and not just water. So from here, now that she's properly primed, we can go ahead and put a little bit of a concealer, and it just kind of gives a nice little veil of coverage right over those pores. And you can see how I'm not really packing it on in this area. I'm kind of just wistfully putting in there so it gets into any type of pores, any holes, any scarring. Kind of like a little bit of a spackle and a pull. And I'm not going everywhere because we don't need to fill pores everywhere. It's mainly in the area closest to the nose. A little bit on the forehead and on the chin. So just in these spots, and then I press. Next, you want to go in with a full coverage foundation. I'm using mineral powder because other types of foundations, the chemicals and the formulations really just get stuck in the wrinkles and in the pores, and we don't want that. We don't want to accentuate, we want to blur it. So I'm using a full coverage powder foundation. And what's cool, because I'm going to start with a brush, and then I'll go over it with our moistened sponge and a fixing spray so it doesn't look like powder. But you can already see we've started to even out the skin tone, the texture of the skin looks more smooth. And these are just the simple tricks that you can do to minimize the look of pores as well as wrinkles. Now I'm going to go over it with my fixing spray. And just a light mist, and this takes off the edge of any powder, because we don't want to see we want to see the effects of the powder, but not the physical powder. I always feel like things that are too powdered look like a light layer of moss on the face, and we don't want to do that. So again, it's not about more makeup to cover pores. It's about better makeup, better skincare routines, and a few tips and tricks to help reduce the appearance of pores for a natural makeup look. For all of the products that I used in this tutorial, look at the link below, and for more videos like this, check out agelessderma.com.